You are welcome to Vedic TV, where you get information based on fact.
Good day, my Nigerian people. Good day to everyone out there listening to me. I hope everyone is staying strong and staying jiggy. Our today's matter horizon says Wike versus Atiku. Political analysts predict Tinubu's second term victory in 2027 as PDP crisis worsen. They are making it seem like it's just PDP and APC we have in this country. Where are all the other party members? Where are they? Tinubu is going to win second term in 2027. Ha! Oh my God. A lot is going on. Political analysts, there are other parties. Oh. There's NNPP, there's LP, and the rest of them. But let's get into the content of the date, know what exactly this content entails. Political analyst Jide Ojo has asserted that the opposition PDP would face a hard time in defeating President Tinubu and the ruling APC in 2027 due to its internal crisis. Jide Ojo also highlighted the PDP's factional dispute, majorly between the Atiku Abubakar and Nyesom Wike camps, as a major factor hindering its role as an opposition in the polity. In an exclusion interview with Legit.ng, Ojo critiqued the debate over zoning of the PDP presidential ticket for the 2027 poll. 2027. Why it will be difficult for PDP to defeat Tinubu? The answer is no. As at now, the way the major opposition parties are embroiled in crisis does not go well for any political upset in 2027, and it is not the major parties. The National Rescue Movement, the Labour Party, even with the Court of Appeal's decision on Julius Abure's position, there was a statement issued by the caretaker community that case will still get to Supreme Court. So, until when the opposition political parties are able to reconcile themselves, if they are able to get a measure in place early enough this year so that they can use next year to strengthen their position, otherwise, they will just hand over the 2027 presidential victory to Tinubu. It's just one step at a time. The first step is reconciliation and strengthening its opposition so that they can present a formidable force. But right now, PDP is in crisis, whether they want to admit it or not. There is polarization and factionalization in the party, so they have to first deal with speck in their eyes before they can see the log in someone else's eye. PDP crisis. Wike might not be expelled, says Jido Ojo. He has gotten a court order. Don't forget he got a court order that he should not be expelled, suspended or removed. You cannot have a member that is bigger than the party. And that is what Umar Damagum has also done. Damagum has also gotten a court order that he should not be suspended or removed until the expiration of his tenure in December of 2026. Who will wait for that? Which means that will strengthen Wike's position because from what I learned, Wike is using Damago as his joker. Wike is obviously playing anti-party, and if the party's constitution is something that should be followed, Wike should ordinarily have been suspended or sanctioned. Of course, APC is finding every useful tool to destabilize the party, and unless they are able to vacate that court order. But who will do that? Is it Damago that have been alleged to be his ally? This also tied in to where the zoning will be. If Damago will be in power to December 2026, it then means that he cannot have the presidential candidate of the party and the party's national chairman coming from the same zone. This was what led to the party's internal crisis, where Wike said, Iyochia Ayu, you are a northerner, you are from Benue State. Then Atiku is also from Benue. That is against the party's constitution, where he now said, agreement is agreement. Ayu, go and resign. You cannot have the party chairman and the party's presidential candidate from the same region. So that is the scenario they are playing into by not quickly having their convention and electing a substantive chairman. And with speculation that Damagun is in camp of Wiki, it then means that he will not do anything to vacate court order that will enable them to now discipline. Why PDP should delay debate decision on zoning? Well, the PDP must get out of its current crisis. It is in a very bad shape. The PDP is not able to play its role as the main opposition party. It is just Atiku Abubakar talking, not for PDP, but as a former presidential candidate. If the PDP decides to zone its presidential ticket to the South has three zones: South-South, Southeast, and Southwest. If it decides to zone it to the Southwest, that means it intends to polarize the Southwest vote, and fair enough. PDP is in control of Osun and Oyo states, and the voting population of the two states are very humongous. Because when you look at the voting population, Oyo State ranked maybe third or fourth after Kano and Lagos. At this stage, it's too early to stick out one's neck. Right now, there are talks of merger, PDP wanting to merge with other political parties to form a mega party. The situation now is in a state of flux. You cannot really sincerely link a forecast that will be enduring. At this point, let PDP exhibit action to reconcile themselves about zoning of its ticket. That one will come when INEC has released the notice of election and timetable. Also, national crisis of who is an authentic national secretary and the debate over the substantive national chairman is already tearing the party apart. Recall that there's two prominent factions, the Atiku Abubakar faction and the Yeson Wike faction within the PDP. So they just have to first reconcile themselves before debate of zoning takes center stage ahead of 2027. PDP, you guys should reconcile yourself so that you're able to be a strong party like usual. So yeah, we've come to the end of today's content. Do not forget to subscribe and stay tuned to our channel. Thank you.